Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We are here on a Friday evening, live from Nurburgring, the 24-hour track, for one of our, well, the 5th endurance event that we like to hold here, a 2.5-hour race, which will be held next Friday. This is the qualifying for it. The format of it is they're going to have a 2 30-minute sessions, and their fastest time from either session will go towards their grid place. I don't believe there's any more to it than that. It's quite simple. It's quite straightforward. They've got 2 30-minute sessions to go fast. There is Gazman. He's out there at the moment. I've got a cheat sheet right in front of me, thanks to Pat the man. He's in a Mazda Atenza Group 3. And he's gone. Hello. Alright, then we'll have a look at Pace. That looks very much similar to the one we were just looking at, but that's a Lexus. So Pace also. We're using Group 3 and Group 4 cars. Hang on, just get my beer open. This is a beer moment. Always, when we're here for the long haul, and it's going to be a long lap. I mean, geez, when they start, or they may have started, I'm not sure. There's a lot of people in the pits, so I don't think they've started. But when they start, it's going to be a good, what, 16 minutes before we see, or 16 to 18 minutes before we see a lap time come in. At the moment, Gazman is the fastest man with an 8-minute 23.9. Gazman, his steed is a Mazda Atenza. I believe that's the sign for it. And there is Pace out there. He's also in a Group 3 car. A little extras. So let's get ourselves together here. And I've got a sheet here in front of me. I've got Super Manny. He's in the Toyota for the Group 3 entries. GT Racer. He's going to be in the Subaru. Pace is in the Lexus. Matty Psycho is in the Mazda. Kale, I don't think Kale can make this first session, but we should see him in the second qualifying session. He is going to be in a Lexus. We've got Jam out there in the Hyundai, and Daz in a Toyota, and Gazman in a Mazda. In the Group 4 category, we have Talleyrand in a Subaru, and Noxie in a Mazda, Flashman in a Hyundai, Jim in a Subaru, Hunscalian in a Mazda, Jokus in a Beamer, and Racer Brown in a Mazda. So let's have a look through the field. It looks like a lot of them are sitting in the pits or waiting. There's a Matt Psycho in his Mazda. He is in the Group 3 category. He is car 16. I'm not sure what's happening at the moment. It seems a lot of people in the pits. Guesty, he's guesting, should I say, as there's a couple can't start the first qualifying session, and Guesty is our reserve driver for this. He stepped in to put a time in, because you never know if someone drops out of the race before the race. He'll have a time set. So yes, and as the space, Guesty has jumped in to set a time when we get going. I'm not actually sure if we've got going yet. I don't think we have, because we're going to try, because of all its issues. Ooh, Racer Brown. Ah, Royal Air Force, eh? It's flying the flag for the boys. Out there in the Mazda. He's in the Group 4 cars. What was Guesty in? Guesty, I think, is in a Group 4 car as well. I didn't have a good look. Yes, he's in the Mazda Atenza. I think it was Gazman gave him that one. Flashman saying evening all in the chat. Bunting saying evening all. Flashman saying bit worried about this one. Are you in it, Flashman? Hang on, let me look down my list of entries. Yes, you are. You're in the Hyundai. You're in the Hyundai. You'll be alright. Just keep it in between the two bits of green. That's the way to do it. So Pace, he's still not beat Gazman's time. He's on an outlap. Scott's car, Home 6 car, He is in the pits, he was. Oh, on the back.
Oh, awesome. It's amazing.
It's a bit weird.
I love it.
Sorry. There's a private. There's something on the back of Homesick's car that's quite humorous, but not to you guys, but to me, very funny. Pat saying, hello there. Guten Tag. Guten Tag, y'all. So, we got Pace out there. He's getting used to the Lexus around here. Like I said, this is 2 30-minute qualifying sessions. It's a chill, Bill. There's no racing going on here. If you think you've come here for racing, you've come to the wrong place, because today we are setting times. I see that the F1 lot are copying us with a Friday night qualifier. Hey, it's catching on. Pat saying, keep it between the green. Easier said than done there. Well, you've got a whole pedal that stops you from going onto the green. When you think you're going on the green, there's a pedal called brake, or a button if you're using a controller, that stops you from going on green. You got to stand on that. It's just finding the right blend of using the fast button and the slow button, and then steering in between. Talleyrand in the chat saying hello. So I don't know I'm not following the chat in game, because I think it's just Homesick, and he's our host. He's trying to organise the sheep. He's asking if we're ready. Are you ready out there? 30 minutes, the first qualifier. I should get a pen so I can write these times next to people's names, but I don't want to ruin Pat's sheet. It looks awesome. I had a big argument with my son to make him print me one off, so I can sit here in front of me and scribble on it people's times to try and keep in the know. Jam with an R, he remembers. Good old Jam, thingamajig. Gives it an R. Pace, he's on a Y. Matt Psycho, he loves the Ys. Guessed he's on an R. Noxie, a Y, but you know, it's just the flow, the ebbs and the flows of it. Oh, Racer Brown's out. Oh yeah, we saw Racer Brown. He's in there. I'm not gonna get these cars, I tell you. There's the so it's a Lexus for Racer Brown, and it's a Group 4 car, I believe. Whoa! I keep looking down at this sheet. Yeah, it is. I'll get there. Look, it'll take a while. It takes me half a season to get to know who's in what car. Talleyrand, you make it sound so easy thingy. I know. I should be involved more. It is easy sat here watching, I must say. I just judge you all for not slowing down enough. I think, why didn't they press their brake? So this is it. This is the first qualifier, and it looks to me so far, I mean, Guesty and Racer Brown have not shifted, but everybody else has managed to be able to get out onto the track. So that glitch that was blighting us over the weekend does not seem to have risen its ugly head so far. 4 of them sitting in the pits though. They want to buy some time. Matty Sarko, he's out there. He's trying to get in front of everybody else, give himself a nice clean path. He does seem to... Is he the first on the track? They're on the main racing GP track at the moment, we can see. I will not be able to tell you corners. Do not look to me for corner names. I had a quick Google, and yeah, I had a brief look at the map and was like, no, thank you. So I believe Matt Psycho, let's get in car, see what they see. They're on their outlap. We're nothing to see here. We're not racing yet. We're not putting lap time in yet. We're just sat on board with Matt, leading the rest of the gang away. We'll get a better look at who's in Group 3 and Group 4 cars once they start getting around. Here we go. It's not a severe chicane as at the GP track. Now usually we'd be going right, but we're going to go left and on to the Nurburgring. And there we go. Beautiful stuff. Heavy braking down. That would be the first corner. Down here, it's all downhill. Never resting, just slightly lifting, slightly tapping the brakes. Oh, it's good in the Group 3 cars, isn't it? In 4th gear. And he's there off. And we saw Matt Psycho taking part in our Nurburgring race a while back. And he does very well here. He likes this track, and he's really, really chewing up those curbs. He's really climbing all over the curbs. He's looking confident there. Daz, second on the road in his Supra Toyota. It looks nice. It looks very pretty to me. Esso. Supra out there. Ooh, he didn't quite grab some air, but it's looking good. And then next on track we have Pace in the Lexus. It's looking very tidy over the curbs. Very planted on his outlap. Further down we have Homesick Alien. He's just letting Superman-y through. There. He's new to the VRC. Welcome aboard. Superman-y. He's South African. And if he's come with Pace and Kale. But there is Superman-y making his way around. He looks like he can drive, so one to watch. Homesick Alien, I believe he's in a Group 4 car, so I'm surprised he's 5th on track in his Mazda. It's a replica. He did show us a picture in the livery shares of Discords. I don't remember what it's a replica of, but it's looking very cool. And with the extra underdog sticker on there, underdog rule all. And he makes a small mistake, but it's an outlap, remember. GT Racer behind him in a Scooby, in the Group 3 Scooby. He's off. He's got a remembrance of Sabine Schmidt on the front there. The Queen of the Ring. Passed away, unfortunate. Then next down the track we've got Gazman in his Tenza. These Group 3s, I'm surprised are behind Homesick Alien. It does surprise me. Jam. That's a nice looking car. He's got himself there. Very good. Then we've got Talleyrand in his Subaru Group 4 car. It's looking very tidy. And then next down the road we have Jokus. He's in the BMW. It looks a bit fidgety. It does the Beamer. But the livery looks absolutely glorious. I love a good livery. Ooh, it's alright, it's his outlap at the moment. No loss there. And 11th we have the Mazda of Racer Brown. Racer Brown, they've got all facts. Pat's gone to town. He's given me facts. I've got to turn the light on. So I've closed the curtains because the sun's battering me. And now I can't read my sheet. So, there we go. Illuminati. So Racer Brown, took a picture and printed the picture, so the writing's a bit blurry. So Racer Brown stats: first overall Bathurst and Fuji, the 2 other endurance events. Second in class twice at Le Mans and Spa. So that's all 4 endurance events we've held: Bathurst, Fuji, Le Mans and Spa. And he's entered all 5 endurance races so far. So can he get a 3rd win to add? Does it count if it's in class 2 in the 2nd class? I'm not sure. But there is a Racer Brown. He's got a few pictures hanging in the Race of Champions so far. And he'd like to add another one, I suppose, with that livery. And Noxie. I don't know where I last saw Noxie. Where did I last see Noxie racing with us? Feels like he's been gone a while, but then I did see him recently. I'm not sure. I lose track of these little lambs. Oh, lovely. Lovely warm beverage. So Guesty, reserved. Oh, he's out there wide, but again, it doesn't matter. It's the outlap. It's the outlap. We can do what we want. And Flashman in the Hyundai Group 4 car. He's feeling quite nervous about tonight. No need for nerves. Like I said, you just got to keep it in between the green stuff. Use your fasty button to go fast, and then you use your slow button to go slow. In the chat then, what we got? Where have I made it to? Pat says I'll probably update it after qualifying anyway and do a version with the times on. Ooh, Pat, you are spoiling me. And then I'll shout at my son to print it off for me, thanks. And Mama Sykes in the room, evening it one and all. Hello, Mama Sykes. He's going to do well, isn't he, you lads? Got a feeling he looked strong earlier. We were watching him going around on his outlap. And he was full of confidence, full of beans, going over those curbs. He's looking strong. The force is strong in this one. So yes, But I know pace. I've seen pace, KLM pace in other categories. When I did the 24-hour race with the, I can't remember the name, XR people, our old friend Groot. Pace was in that, and he is very fast, very, very fast. So, Super Manny, we watched him for a few corners, and he's also looking. He looks like he's part of the pace team on the back there. I saw pace, so we are pace. It says on the front, so he must be the same team as I'm guessing pace is from. GT Racer out there in the Subaru. Yes, it could be anyone's here. It really is. It's a free-for-all. Gasman, he's a previous winner of our endurance series. He won the Group 4 of Bathurst. So Gasman has a winning pedigree as well. We've got the Jim Jam. Wham Bam Jam is back in the Slam, and he came second in overall in the Le Mans 2.5 hour. He came 4th overall in the Spa Endurance, and this is his first appearance since going off and joining the Empire. You were supposed to bring balance to the Force. You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join him. So Jam making his way round. We're on the proper laps now. We're getting serious. We're getting serious. Getting serious. Something about delirious. So Daz there. I like that car, Daz. I do like that car. The Toyota Panasonic donning on a Toyota. I haven't seen that since their F1 days. Daz is out there. Have we got any info on the Daz? I've got Daz here. He came 6th overall at Bathurst, 2.5, and he came 7th at Fuji. Homescalian, he's a previous winner in his Mazda. I do know that. He's the Group 3 winner at Le Mans and Fuji. And he's entered all 5 endurance races. Well, he's going to have to have entered them. He's hosted them all. So there's Homesick. They're all on their lap now. There's not much I can tell you until they cross the line, to tell you the truth. We'll keep an eye. Oh, he's out wide there, but it's not big and costly. Talleyrand not too far back down the track. He's also focused on his lap. This first lap, it's got to get your banker in, you see. Your first one's got to be your banker. You've got to be a little cautious, I'd say. They might get, what, 2, maybe 3 laps in at best. Possibly. And so your first one, you want to be slightly cautious. You want to get on the a time on board, a banker, as they like to say, a banker lap, and then your next lap you can kind of go hell for leather, can't you? You can really push a little bit. You've already got that banker lap. So this first lap, I think these guys will be driving what, 80%, 75%, possibly keeping it within the lines. Noxie in his Mazda. I do like the Mazdas. They're looking good, both of them. The Group 4 ones. But it's Matt Psycho who's going to cross first. 3 minutes into his lap, and he is looking super confident. It doesn't look like this one's a banker. This one looks like it's a I'm killing it on the first lap kind of lap. He's gone for that Renown livery, it seems, with the Sick Children's Trust colours. A big supporter of the Sick Children's Trust. One of our endurances events was set up just for that as a fundraiser. We did well as well. I think we got a grand. I think we got a grand. We wanted 500, not grand. We wanted 500, and I think we hit a grand. So we were very pleased with ourselves. We all had little chufties on for weeks. So Pat says a win is a win. I'm sure it will count all the same for Racer Brown. Yes, good point. Jill is in the chat saying hello thingy. David Bunting also. David, sorry. I Bunting, sorry. Don't scratch the paintwork, Racer Brown. Oh, is that I Bunting's design. I'm Sniff. Jim saying evening all. Hope everyone is well. Jim saying always go flat out. No such thing as a banker. No, you got to get a banker in. Although it doesn't look like Mr. Psycho is going for a banker here. He's going hell for leather. He's going balls out. He's going whatever way he can. And he's, like I said, I've seen Pace before racing. He's a threat for Matt Psycho, I would say, in the Group 3 category. And Super Manny, I am, like I said, brand new, brand spanking new. He's shiny. He's a new toy. I can say all sorts of things about him because he's brand new. So, it's got a nice design on that car. I do like it. Big grid finder. Ooh, he's put a little wheel out there. He's going to have to do a lift. There's going to be some various lap times, I imagine. It's a long lap. There's going to be lots of lifts, lots of small mistakes as they go along. It's just making the least mistakes. Pat saying, on a lap that is this long, it's hard to do a banker lap. Well, this is why you drive at 75%. You brake a little earlier than you would. You know your braking points. You kind of got your braking points in your head, and it's just that first lap. You just brake a little bit earlier than your usual braking points. You just make sure you get into the corners. Don't pressure yourself into going that full-on craze lap into the zone lap where you just stare sort of 10 feet in front of the car. It's just a be in the moment, know your braking points. It's just a sensible lap, I would say. It's not going slow. It's just being a bit sensible, not pushing. But it is a long lap. I've got to say, Pat, it's to resist temptation, especially if things are going well. That's when I'm at my worst, when I've had a couple of good corners and I'm feeling a bit confident. I just think, I can brake a little later for that corner, that last corner, it went well. And I can accelerate a little bit earlier out of the corner, and then next thing I know, I'm facing the wrong way. So, Jim in the chat, I'll have no choice but to go for it. I don't have the luxury of this practice. Yes, there is that, Jim. You have only got one qualifier, so your lap's going to have to count a little bit more. A little wiggle there from Mr. Psycho. Pace coming around. Will he deal with the same bit of road? Oh, it's not as wiggly, I'd say. These guys are going to be close, isn't it? It's going to be tight between Mr. Psycho and Pace, I believe. Superman, he's looking like he's got it under control as well. The speed is phenomenal in these cars. Look at that. Look at that. Scary stuff. We're sat on a new boy's car. Superman-y. Toyota. Going to, was it a carousel? That was the smaller one. I don't know. I'm not starting to get into the corner things because I looked at the map and it was just ridiculous. I know it's a strange one so far. We've been streaming for a while. We still don't know what the grid is. It's a shocker. Here we go. This is a nice long straight. Let's see what speed the Toyota can get up to. The Group 3 one. Up to 150 in 6th gear. 160. Still got a long rev limiter to go. Pat in the chat saying, wasn't it the same track when you did the comms for the long 24-hour race? It was, yes. Could be helpful for Pace and Manny. They were both in that one. Manny could have been in that one. It was probably on the stint I didn't commentate on. I know Pace was on one of my stints. Look at that, 170 odd miles. This is such a weird bit. When do you brake? When do you brake? He braked. Oh, see, I've cowardlied out of that one long before he did, and now we should be joining the racetrack. The times are starting to come in, so, oh gosh, sorry. Pace did go fastest so far with an 8:06.1. Matt Psycho managed an 8:08.6, putting him in second. Super Maddie has just crossed the line with a 2:10.9. So, wow, we've got a 2.5 second spread virtually between the top three. Waiting for Jam to come across the line. Is he next on track? I don't think he is he? He might be. This is him, isn't it? There goes Jam. He's fourth with an 8:14. Gazman does an 8:19. And we're looking for Daz as he comes through the final section onto the GP track to across the line. Posts an 8:28, puts him in 6th place for now. And then a GT Racer crossing the line. I think that's the last of the Group 3 cars, an 8:48. So he's 42 seconds off of that pole. He's going to have to zero in on this track. Ooh, getting the car sideways. Homesick, the Group 4 car. He's done an 8:44.3. We're waiting for Talleyrand next to cross the line. Here he comes. Is he going to put it ahead of Homesick? He does, by 2/10. Oh my word. 2/10 of a second over a lap. Nearly a 9-minute lap there from Talleyrand and Homesick Alien. Jokus, is he the next? Oh no, Racer Brown, we're waiting to come across the line as the next group are off on their way. My word. These Group 3 cars, it's a long way for them. I mean Group 4 cars, sorry. Jokus trying to keep it in. Noxie. Saw a group of these, didn't we? Sitting in the pits waiting. There is Guesty. So the Group 4 cars still waiting for him to come across the line. Talleyrand, Homesick. Here comes a Racer Brown now. Trying to beat Talleyrand. He wants to get... He's got an 8:47. He's just behind Homesick Alien. So he's gone third place so far in the Group 4 cars. Who's next across the line then? Jokus, is it? It's just come in now. Through in his Beamer. Give him one of them. Jokus is looking like... Oh, it's nearly near the 10-minute mark. So Jokus setting a time in 11th. It looks like he had some issues on that lap. Looking for Noxie as he crosses the line. What sort of time can he get? He's got 11th. It's difficult with that GT Racer there. What's that? 4th, I believe. 4th. Flashman does a 9:10. He's 2.5 seconds behind Noxie. Just waiting for Guesty now to cross the line. And that'll be everyone. A set a time and then we can have a good look through them. So there goes Guesty and he grabs 11th overall. He's 4th, I believe. I think Talleyrand's first in class. Then Homesick Alien 2nd. Racer Brown 3rd. Guesty 4th. Noxie 5th. Flashman is in 6th. With Jokus in 7th. Right then, so Pace is our provisional pole sitter in this first session. Oh, he's losing the back end a bit. He's pushing. Matt Psycho, oh, was he getting... Was there a... Oh, God, I don't even know where the sectors are here. We'll just have to sit with people for a while. See if they're up or down. I think there's a sector just after this corner he's heading towards. What sort of camera angle's that? Come on, sort yourself out. So Matt Psycho sitting second at the moment. He's got to find 2.5 seconds on Pace. We saw Pace was having a bit of a wiggle on. And he's up 3/10 on his own time. Pace has got purples. He's up 4/10 on his own time. My word, some pace there. And Superman Manny coming through. He had a green, so he's doing a personal best. He's 2.2 seconds behind Mr. Psycho. He's only a 10th better than his own time so far this lap. I mean, it's a long lap. There's a lot to lose and a lot to gain. But it's a good judgment at this point. Jam. He's 8 seconds off of Pace's pole time. He's 3.5 seconds off the South African Supermanny. So what can Jam do on his second run in his Hyundai? It's looking very tidy and very neat from the SNL driver. Oh no, he's not. He's down on his own time for this one. And Gazman, he's popping around. 5th fastest so far. He's got to find 4.5 seconds, 4.6 seconds to try and get ahead of the Jam. And he's found 4.9 seconds so far. So Gazman in the general right direction to grab that 4th, and And Jam, he's about 2 seconds shy of Super Nanny, wasn't he? I want to say Super Nanny. We have a program when I was a kid called Super Nanny, Super Gran. I can't remember now. I think it's Super Gran, so Super Nanny doesn't make no sense. But yeah, Super Manny is third fastest. Jam fourth. Gazman fifth fastest so far. But we see he's doing a faster time at this lap. And Jam, he was down on his time. He's made a mistake somewhere. I think he's lost a good 11 seconds. 5.1 seconds. This is edging towards Super Manny. If Gazman can keep this momentum going and find a little bit more time, we'll cut back. We'll see how Daz is getting on down here. He's 9 seconds shy of Gazman. We'll see if he's going to go across the sector pretty soon, hopefully. Yeah, he's 2.6 seconds down on his time. Now we're down to the Group 4 guys. And it looks like Talleyrand's doing a better time. He's got a green next to his number. Homesick Alien. Is he near a sector? Yeah, I think Homesick is the leader on track of the Group 4s. Even though he's in second place. He'll hit the sector time first. He's looking for an extra 2 tenths. He wants to be 2 tenths up on his time to try and get that pole from Talleyrand. In the Group 2s, 1.3 seconds. What's Talleyrand got? Talleyrand pushing in the Subaru. And he's one second up on his own time as well. Racer Brown in the mix. Where have I pressed? I wanted to press 9. So Racer Brown in the mix also. He's chasing after that pole time. 1.5 seconds ahead of GT Racer, but GT Racer is a little bit out of sync at the moment. And that Psycho setting another faster time. And so does Pace, an 8.05 for Pace with an 8.07 for Mr. Psycho. Crazy stuff, crazy speeds. We'll go and have a look at them in a minute. Just waiting for a sector. I think I've missed it. No, I think it's just up round here. And we know that Talleyrand was a second faster at this sector in his own time. Homesick was a second faster. And Racer Brown, he's got to find some 3 seconds. He's a second faster on his own time. So Racer Brown's got to dig deep as we go through. So Pace goes faster again, a second faster virtually. 8.05. Gazman does an 8.13, puts himself in 4th place there. Jam's gone into the pits, and maybe he doesn't think there's enough time to do another lap. There should be. So Jam, he's sticking to his time. What was it? Oh, I've missed it. So Jam's sticking with his time that he set. He's 5th fastest at the moment. Gazman, I think, just got ahead of him. We said we were going to keep an eye. Daz has gone faster, but he's staying in 6th place, 7 seconds adrift from Jam. So Jam, he's held on to that GT Racer. He's done a presentable time. He's put himself back in sync with the other guys. He's 7th fastest in the Group 3 cars. So these guys are going to get this second lap. That's Pace. He's up there. Let's get another bite. That's Cherry. 7 thousandths. Did that say 700ths off his own time? Matt Psycho still hunting that pole. He's within 2 seconds. He's closer. Definitely closer than he was. Homesick Alien coming in. And he's got ahead of Talleyrand, but Talleyrand's just about to cross the line. And can he come back out of Homesick Alien? Homesick Alien's got the pole so far. And Talleyrand retakes that pole back by 4 tenths. My word, it's tight between Homesick Alien and Talleyrand out there. Racer Brown, he's a little further back on track. He's on the long straight at the moment. We've got Guesty sitting in 4th, Notsy 5th, Flashman 6th, and Jokus trying to come back. It looks like he made a big mistake on his first run. Guesty, he's got to find 7 seconds on Racer Brown. Noxie's got to find a bit of time, but this is the problem with the Nurbs. The Nurburgring, you can lose a lot of times, lots of little mistakes, cost. Pace not managing to better his time so far. Early in the lap, Matt Psycho going for that pole, but we've got another session, don't forget. We have another session to go for it. Racer Brown sets an 8:44. A few of them have gone into the pits now of the Group 3 cars. Must have made too many mistakes. Racer Brown stayed in third place, 2 seconds shy of the Alien. It's a Guesty we're looking for down the road. He's quite far down the road, in fact. And Pace making his way round. And that Psycho trying to get that pole from him. Manny 3.3 seconds shy of Matt Psycho at the moment. He's digging deep. I'm trying to find a little bit more time in that Toyota. Joker setting a better time. Where does that put him? Puts him 13th, 8 tenths ahead of Flashman. Noxie setting a time. He stays in, or 5th, sorry. And so Joker's was in 6th with a 9:05. Flashman, Guesty's gone faster. He's gone up to 4th. He's gone up to 4th. He's only 6 seconds behind Racer Brown. And the time is going to run out soon. I don't know, I think everyone's across the line now, though. This is all for the Flashman's got to cross the line. He doesn't go faster on that run, but he's going to have another go. Got another lap. I think it lets you finish it. We were really surprised. I thought the timer would run out as we went round, and the timer seemed to be extended because of it being Nurburgring, I think. Thought the timer was going to run out after like a minute or something. There was plenty of time to complete the lap, so I'm guessing when that time runs out, these guys are going to be able to complete. And he's up, pace is up. What about Mr. Psycho? And that Psycho trying to get that pole position. Waiting for a sector time. Time's run out. Has he gone across the sector? Yeah, I thought he was coming up towards one. Did I miss it when I was looking at the stream? Checking everything was normal. No one was chatting. Yeah, he must have crossed one. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's up. He's up. He's 2 tenths up on Pace's time. We saw Pace was up as well, though. These two proper gonna duke it out at the end of this lap. Super Manny is out there. Super Manny. I'm even saying Super Manny, but then I stopped myself thinking, was that an N? But it wasn't. It was a M. Super Manny. Super Manny trying to make his way around. I've said I brought a beers in if you want one. I've got loads of them. So Super Manny trying to make his way round. He's got some pace on him. He's only 5 seconds shy of the pole position. Looking at Matt Psycho, he's lead car out there at the moment. Well, you know, lead on track, but in second on the grid. So far, though, we saw he had a purple, his last sector. Oh, he's only 2 tenths up on his own time. There's more to find, though, I am sure. Pace looks like he's not too... He can see Matt Psycho. He's keeping an eye on him. And he is shifting. He really is shifting some, isn't he? Super Manny. He's got a green, so he's doing his own personal best at the moment. And Gazman's out there as well. He's only 2 seconds behind Super Manny. So... it's the top 3 is not decided yet. All the rest of the Group 3 guys are in the pits. Homesick Alien and Talleyrand are still out there trying to fight for that pole position. Nothing between them. 4 tenths. Racer Brown, he's some 2 seconds off those guys at the moment, but he's eking it out. Guesty in 5th. Noxie's in 6th. Joker's 7th, and Flashman so far 8th on track, 8th on the grid. Oh, So has Matt Psycho made a bit of a mistake, because he's behind Pace. Pace is flying 0.8 faster, and it looks like, yeah, 6.1 seconds. Matt Psycho's backed out of his lap, and Pace now, he's just going for it. He's coming through to the final part of the lap onto the GP track for the finish line to post an 8:04.7. Unbelievable stuff. 2.7 seconds. Matt, don't know what happened, if he backed out of it or made a mistake, but he couldn't quite get that pole. Super Manny then, how is he doing? He's coming around this final bit. We see he's been pushing, and he's got to find himself 3.4 seconds. Can he do it? No, he finds a 10th though. He goes faster, but not fast enough to change third. Gasman is not far down the track. He's got greens next to his numbers. So what can Gasman do? Can he upset Super Manny's first race with us and take him out the top 3 of the grid? Here he comes, Gasman. He goes faster, but oh, he's only a second in the end from Super Manny. That'll give Super Manny something to think about for the next qualifying session. Gasman in 4th. Jam got 5th in the end. Daz got 6th. GT Racer got 7th. Now we're looking back at Talleyrand and Homesick Alien, with Racer Brown very close to those guys also. Homesick Alien will be the first to cross any kind of lines that we come across, I believe. No, Talleyrand is ahead of Homesick. Oh, I don't know where that happened. I thought Homesick was further up the road than Talleyrand, but no, Talleyrand is the lead Group 4 car on the grid and on the track. His best lap time at 8:42.355. It's 0.428 seconds faster than the Alien. He's in the Subaru. Raced, well, I think 3 seasons in the MTCC in that car. He knows it well, and he does enjoy driving it. He's 300ths down on his own time over that sector. Oh, and Homesick Alien looks like he's blown his chances on this lap. So it's looking at Racer Brown then. Can Racer Brown alter anything? Homesick, oh, he's 2.1 seconds, exactly what he is behind Homesick Alien. Oh my word, Racer Brown, is he going to cause a shock at the end? The 2 ahead of him are not going any faster. And Racer Brown is absolutely pushing like a maniac. Guesty also getting greens next to his number, I mean. Noxie on a push. Jokers 13th or 6th and 7th for Flashman. Maybe 8th for Flashman. So Talleyrand set a time. Oh God. There, and Homesick Alien, we know he can't better it. He had a mistake. He had an off. Ooh, 1.8 seconds for Racer Brown. He's lost a little bit through the corners. And Talleyrand at 8:42. Found another 10th on the Alien, but the Alien, we saw him hitting the barriers there, was never going to beat his time on that last lap, but it's down to Racer Brown now. If he can upset the top 2, Talleyrand sitting on provisional pole for the Class 2 racers, the Group 3 cars. 1.6, he's lost even more time as Racer Brown is slipping away from him as he comes through the final part of the lap. He's got to try and keep it nice and smooth and eke out every last second he can in that Group 4 car. Can he upset the top 2? Crosses the line. Oh, he gets very close, very close. 9/10 off of the Alien. So, Racer Brown, and then we're looking back to Guesty, I think. Yes, Guesty is the next on the track. So, Guesty. He's got 14 seconds on Noxie ahead of him. Ooh, a little wheel off there. We've got some chatting in the chat. Kalen says few. And Matt saying a great lap, bud. Matt also saying that's proper sweaty palms. Kalen saying thanks, bud. Do we race now or just coast around? I think you coast for half the lap, and then when you get to Schmidt's corner, it's all go. So Guesty, we're waiting to cross the line. He's down the straight. He should have enough time to get himself across that line. I don't think the other guys are going to complete a lap. Is Caleb? Where is he? No, he's just cruising. Yeah, they're all cruising. Sorry. Let's get back to Guesty. Guesty. Oh, Guesty in the end of the lap. Oh, my words. Oh, dear. So Guesty has a bit of a moment. Here comes Noxie. Can Noxie do anything? He's got a big deficit to Guesty. Some 14.5 seconds. Can he make it up? Guesty's crossed the line now. Doesn't go any faster. Nor does Noxie. Then we've got Jokus coming around. He's already at 9 minutes 20 on this lap, so this isn't going to go any faster. And Flashman, he's already up to nearly 9 minutes, and he's quite a bit off of the line. So they are your times. Where's my phone? I might have to take a picture of it. Stress. Camera. So we've got pace on pole. Well, no, provisional pole. We've got another 30 minutes, remember. But we've got pace on pole. Matt Psycho in second spot. Supermanny in third. Gazman grabbing fourth. Ahead of Jam in fifth. Daz in sixth. A GT Racer in seventh. Then in the Class 2 category, the Group 4 cars, Talleyrand is on pole with Homesick Alien second. Racer Brown in third. Fourth goes to Guesty, fifth for Noxie, sixth for Jokus, and Flashman in seventh. So congratulations to our 2 provisional pole sitters so far. We've got 50 seconds to chat about it if you want to. So yes, Matt says close to Sabine's corner. Not sure I can find 2.8. Ooh. So Kale's popped in for the second session, the second qualifying session. Talleyrand saying super pleased with that. It's very tight with the Group 4s. Was that half a second in the end? Talleyrand was ahead of the Alien. 5, yes, and then you've only got 9 tenths behind Homesick Alien with Racer Brown. And Guesty, we saw making a bit of a mistake on his last lap. So very tight up and down the field. Group 4 are crazy close, says Matt, and Mama Sight say, oh, hang on, I've got to take a picture of that. Oh, it's gone, bugger. I took a picture of nothing. Absolutely. Oh, it'll come up again, don't worry. Give me a second, because it comes up at the beginning of their times, and then I can use that for the next qualifying session. Where are you, times? There you are. I don't know if I've got jokes. Should go further back. Right, so yes, they're gonna cruise in memoriam for Sabine Schmidt and for the disasters that's happening to our European brothers and sisters at the moment. It's awful things happening. So there they go, cruising along in their grid positions. Is that 2 Subarus together? That was beautiful. GT Racer and Talleyrand alongside each other. Sabine Schmidt on GT Racer's car. There. Great loss to just, I mean, it's a great loss to motorsport, but she was great at crossing over. She was a character. She was fun, and she highlighted that the women do belong in racing, very much so, and in all fairness have more personality than most of the male drivers out there. So Sabine, a great ambassador for racing, and it's a great loss to motorsport. And I can't even begin with words with what's happening in Europe at the moment with the floods. It's heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. So now they go in. It should be when they join back to the Nordschleife. They will go for it. They'll floor it and see what we can do for a lap. And then it's all reset again, and they're going out for another qualifying session. Another 30 minutes. We've got to go through that again. There you see Talleyrand ahead of Homesick Alien. And Racer Brown in his Mazda, and Guesty there in the Birkin car. Noxie and Joker swap places. I think they might be racing them, guys. Who knows? Here we go. I think this is it, isn't it? It's just around here. Will we not go yet? I'm not sure. It's with the pit exit. I did look at the maps. They've not updated them. There was none that's had Sabine Schmidt corner. But I think this is it. I think they're off now. So Pace flooring it. Yes, they're definitely flooring it now. Mr. Psycho trying to chase him along in the Atenza. And that Lexus, a monster, a beast. And it's leading this little mini race, a little taster for what's to come. And next week, Super Manny trying to stay with him with Gazman, very close behind. Then a little gap for Jam. But he's on his way, he's only a second, there's a lot to make up there. And then Daz in 6th in the Toyota, ahead of GT Racer, very close there. Then you got Talleyrand clinging on to the Group 3 cars, ahead of Homesick Alien. Racer Brown not too far behind those guys. Then Guesty is in 5th place with Joker 6th. Noxie, so Joker's got himself ahead of Noxie, I believe. Flashman there in 7th. KLM Pace still staying in the lead, but Matt Psycho getting ever closer there. Tasty. So Matt Psycho chasing down as Pace in the lead as they come up to the tight right hand corner, and Matt Psycho trying to find an edge, trying to get ever closer to the Lexus. He's got Superman very close behind, only 4/10 behind him. It's going to be very tight. We're only doing what, 17 laps? 19 laps, sorry, next Friday. It's going to be over in an absolute blink of an eye. Look at them, they're already crack-a-lacking stuff here. Oh, it's very close here for the lead of the group, the Group 3 cars. Superman right up in Matt Psycho's business. Gazman drops back a little bit. Jam getting a bit closer to Gazman, but you've got Daz very close to Jam as well. GT Racer dropping away from that pack. There is Talleyrand. And Group 4s are holding on to the Group 3 cars very nicely, aren't they? Talleyrand 6/10 ahead of Homesick Alien, and Racer Brown absolutely devastatingly close to the Alien there. In the chat, we've got Mama Syke saying put your foot down. Homesick Alien saying well done mate, I'm well happy, not done a sub 44 before. Talleyrand saying half a second across nearly 9-minute lap. Jim saying I've got a Sabine tribute decal on my car too. Oh cool. And Endurance Not saying, to quote Sabine, I could do a faster lap in a van. Hey, so Endurance Nut, cracking stuff, that's the one. So Racer Brown, he's on the tail of Homesick Alien. These three are duking it out. Guesty within a second. Oh god, I pressed the wrong button, sorry. Guesty, there you go, is within a second of that battle in his Atenza. He's going for it. Oh, it looks like Racer Brown may have made a small mistake. He slid back into Guesty's path. Homesick Alien 1.5 seconds ahead of those now. He's trying to bring it to the Subaru, and he's on the tail of the Subaru. Unbelievable stuff. Where are we? That's the wrong car. You fool. Damn, you fool. I love you. Come join the joyride. Join the joyride. So Homesick Alien closing right up to the back of that Subaru. The Subaru a bit slower in the straight lines, but he just can't quite get up the side of him. He's having to take a big bunch of grass there, and then he's dropped back. I'm sure there's a battle up the other end as well. Let's go. There is Pace. He's still a second ahead of Mr. Psycho. Superman only a second behind Mr. Psycho also. Very tight stuff. Jam 4.6 seconds behind Superman, but he's got Daz very close, very close. Daz looking for a move in the Toyota. He swings out at the carousel. Jam sticks it down, and he's got that Hyundai planted and leaving their corner very fast, getting a second on Daz there. Daz was a bit sloppy in the carousel. There is GT Racer in that Group 3 car, and he's got Gazman hounding him at the moment. Gazman was doing well, wasn't he? I can't remember. Oh, and GT Racer's had a bit of an off in his Scooby, and that gives Gazman 6th place, and GT Racer struggling in the Group 3 Subaru. And right now, Pace then still leading the way and making his way to the finish line. He's 1.5 seconds on Mr. Psycho right now, and this is very tasty. And Superman, he must have made a mistake. He's now 6 seconds behind Matt Psycho, and he's got Jam right for company. Jam only 8/10 behind. We saw he had a great drive out of the carousel. He's left Gazman for dust, has Daz, and it looks like Superman, he's made a small mistake. He's off the road, and Jam is up into a podium position. Go Jam, go. Superman then dropping down to 4th. Gazman in 5th place. He's very close to that battle. If Superman makes another mistake, then the Gazman will be on him. GT Racer down in 6th, and Daz is... Oh, Daz must have made a huge one. Sorry, Daz. No, don't get no replays. Sorry, Daz. He's down in 7th. He's off the track, and he's spun it around. And oh my God, Talleyrand's coming around. And oh, it may have affected that. Talleyrand hitting Daz dead on, T-boning the bad boy. And that gives Homesick Alien the opportunity to get up into 7th place. Talleyrand in 8th. Guesty there, 9th. Oh, 9th. So Guesty has got himself ahead of Racer Brown. We saw Racer Brown harrying Homesick Alien earlier, but Guesty's got himself up into 3rd spot. Racer Brown down in 4th. Daz is in 5th. Noxie 6th. Jokers is in 7th. Oh, what a battle here we've got between Flashman and Jokers. And they're not too far behind Noxie. So the battle at the back. 3 is looking absolutely tasty and dicey. Great stuff there. This is just a preview of what we're going to get next week in the live stream. 2.5 hours of this juicy, fruity racing. Pace now 2.7 seconds ahead of Mr. Psycho. Mr. Psycho 7.6 seconds ahead of Jam. Looks like they're coming around now to finish this 1 lap tryout tester. I don't know. It was a hybrid of a tribute and a feisty little race. So Pace draws first blood. There's Matt Psycho. Jam grabbing that 3rd. Ahead of Supermanny. Through Supermanny making a small mistake. And there goes Jam for a podium. Take a boo, my son. Haven't told you to do that for a while. Supermanny grabs 4th. Gazman grabs 5th. Very close to Supermanny in the end. There goes GT Racer. He got himself ahead of the Toyota. Here comes Talleyrand. He's got himself back ahead of the Alien in his Subaru. And Homesick sitting in 2nd place for the Group 3 cars. Guesty is right on their tail. Wow, we're going to have a fruity race here. Talleyrand going across the line. 1st, 2nd for Homesick, and Guesty getting 3rd. Take a boo, Guesty, my son. Racer Brown grabbing 4th in the end. 5th for Daz. And Daz, yeah, no, 5th. He got 7th, sorry, for the Group 3s. And we're waiting for Noxie, and Jokers is upon Noxie. Oh, but Jokers is having a little barrier moment. He's swinging across the track. He's trying to keep that Beamer under control, and he's barriered it. Oh my word, how far behind is Flashman? Flashman coming through. He can see Jokers, but there goes a Noxie for 5th place in the Group 4s. Great stuff. Jokers just staying ahead of Flashman after putting that Beamer well and truly in the barrier. And Flashman finishing in 7th place. Crack-a-lacking. A little taster of what is to come next week. Beautiful stuff, eh? Don't forget to hit like. There you go. Well done, Pace. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Smash the subscribe and all that modern stuff that kids say about YouTube. So that was the qualies. I'll take you to the race results, but I don't think it matters. Just gives me something to look at while they reset the lobby. So beautiful stuff that was. Pace, he's fast. I did warn you at the beginning. He's very, very fast. Matt Psycho, he's going to be caning it around the Nurburgring 24 in preparation for next week. We've got 30 minutes left of qualifying, so we're going to do it all again. It's nearly 9 o'clock. I'm hoping we're going to have a little break, small break, a little break. No, I mean the second qualifying is set to start for 9 o'clock, so I believe. So in the chat, Gaz says Group 4 looks tight. It does, man. It really does. It's a good one. It's cracking. So let's see if there's a 10 past. So we get 10 minutes, guys. You get 10-minute break from me and my dulcet tones. Don't forget, I'll tell you what you can do while I'm away. Hit like. Alright then, I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey up. Welcome back. I don't know if you went anywhere, but I did. Only briefly, but I'm back now. Hi guys, for our 2.5 hour endurance race at the Nurburgring 24-hour qualifying. I'm just trying to do some diddling around here at the moment. I took a picture, but I didn't take a picture of their names, so I'm trying to... It was Pace who got pole. Just trying to write stuff down here. So that was Pace. He got an 8:04.739. Matt Psycho, so far provisionally pole. Matt Psycho second provisionally, got an 8:07.522. I hope I'm getting these right as we're watching Jokers in his Group 4 go round. We've got about 2 more minutes till the next session. Right then, Kale didn't set a time. Jam was the 5th fastest, wasn't he? Jam was 5th fastest, wasn't he? Didn't... No. Supermanny was 3rd. What am I talking about? I know Supermanny was 3rd fastest with an 8:10.731. It's boring for you guys, isn't it? Sorry guys. I'm trying to get my times right, ready for this next one. I could try and do it quietly. Yeah, I'll try and do it quietly. Sorry guys. I'll do it. I'll do me maths quiet. I can't remember what Jam was driving. Oh yeah, it tells you the cars. Oh, it tells you the cars. Man. Oh man. So, who makes Atenzas? Is that Mazda? Is it a Mazda Atenza? Hang on, let me have a look. Flashman's left. Homesick doing some very nice thingies. Oh, is it a Mazda Atenza? It is, you know. So, someone who drove a Mazda Atenza came 4th. And that's got to be Gazman. He's the only other Mazda out there, I believe. So, Gazman, 4th fastest in that first qualifying. I'm sorry, I'm sat in the pits. Homesick was doing some swirlies, wasn't he? We'll go there. I'm still reading it out to you, sorry guys. Ah, thanks, Zach, you are a star. He made me a latte, everyone. Officially my favourite song. Well done. Well done on the new promotion. And look, sorry, I know this ain't great streaming. I won't write the times down. I'll try and write the times down slyly. So, sorry guys. It's a Hyundai Genesis, which I'm pretty sure was Jam. It was an 8:14.37. I've done this a lot better before, I'm sure I have. So let's have a look around, because we're getting minutes away. We're probably starting qualify. I should tell Homesick I'm back, actually. Probably doesn't even realise. Probably thinks I'm still off chasing the rabbits around the garden or something. So I'll do that, just to let him know. Because the next thing he's probably going to write is, ready, I've just dropped my pen. Oh my god, disasters. Everything's falling apart. Didn't even turn up the iPad to make sure I'm making noises to you guys. Yeah, Pat's helping me out here. This one's going to be a good watch if the full race is anything like as close as tonight's qualifying has been so far. And Pat also saying Cal not in before and is now. Guesty and Jim have swapped now, so everyone on the start list should have a time by the end tonight. Oh, is Jim in then? Where's Jim? There's Jim. Here he is. Hey. I was going to say I recognise that car, but I think it's a little bit similar to Riv's one from the WRX Challenge. And guessed he's back in for some reason. So who isn't? Oh, Flashman. Oh no, has he withdrawn? I was going to say he's withdrawn. Drop the pen. Not ready. Yeah. I'm still trying to work out times. So I'm up to 4th. And there was a Hyundai in 5th, which was Jam's time. No, I've got 5th. Sorry, I've got Jam. And it's 6th next, which was the Toyota. which has got to be Daz with an 8:21.506. I know I should have done this off air. I am so sorry. It's not professional. I'm not proud of myself, and there's no way of editing it out. So that means GT Racer was 7th fastest in the WRX with an 8:24.678. Right then, I've still got the outlap though. Look, I've got the outlap to go. Should I say no because I'm working out the times from the last looming race qualifying? I'm letting you all see behind the curtain of me working it all out as well. It's great stuff. So I've got the Group 3 cars done. Talleyrand is next. And what did he do? He did an 8:42.241. Oh, what's going on? 8:42.241. Homesick Alien after that did an 8:42.783. Then after that it was Guesty, wasn't it? Now I'll put Guesty down here, so it looks like he's back in again. So I think that was Guesty in 3rd. That was Homesick Alien. Yeah, I've got that one. So Guesty must have done. Was Guest? No, Guest. It was Racer Brown. No, it was Racer Brown. Sorry, Racer Brown with an 8:43.761. Oh, sorry. Let me get rid of those numbers. Now we've started, I believe, the next qualifying session. They'll be making their way around on their outlap. So first, second, third. Guesty was 4th fastest, and he had 8:51.387. Atenza, it must have been Noxie then, with an 9:05.976. And then it was Jokus. With a 9:09. I'm not looking up, sorry. There you can see Homesick letting the Group 3 cars through. Matt Psycho, first one to come across him. A 9:09.640 for Jokus. And then Flashman with a 9:10.529. Okay. First, second, third. Guesty was 4th. Oh, I haven't got Jim's in. Oh, Jim wasn't there, was he? So 4th. Sorry guys, I'll be there in a minute. I'm not feeling this pressure at all. 5th for Noxie. 6th for Joker, Splashman 7th. There we go. I'm in the room with you guys. Sorry about that. That was awful. That was terrible of me. I really do apologise. That's stuff that should have been done when I wasn't having the mic turned on. You should have just been looking at fancy cars driving around. So here we go. Matt Psycho, first on track. He's looking for a couple of tenths to get himself in the mix. Back on pole, Daz. He'll be looking to beat his 8:21.506 from the first session. Look at me. Oh, they're all jumbling up around Homesick Alien here, isn't he? Homesick Alien. He's got a big bunch of Group 3 cars just coming through. We'll see this in the race when they start lapping each other. It's going to be glorious. I'm sure Homesick Alien's going to let the Group 3 cars through. There he goes. Grab a toe while you can, but it's only the outlap, so. It's disturbing seeing that underdog sticker. It's taking me back to another life. So that's it. I think, no, there's still Super Manny to get past Homesick Alien, and then that's all the Group 3 cars all sorted out. Gazman. Oh no, Gazman might be in a Group 3 car also. No, Gazman's got to make his way past. Also, I've had no dinner. I didn't have time. I thought I'd be able to snatch a Ritz on the sly whilst we were doing this, but no, No, it mashes up too much. Can't talk through it. It's awful. So there is Kale. Oh, Kale getting used to the track, I think. In the Lexus. In the chat, 3 Group 3s are too slow. Oh, these Group 3s are too slow. They're getting in your way, Talleyrand. Talleyrand wants to get on with it. There's all these Group 3 cars in his way. Kale's there. He still hasn't caught him up yet. They'll be starting their lap soon. There's Jim in the Subaru. Racer Brown out there in his Raffi Spitfire. Guesty still in. I don't know what's happened. I think Flashman left. But this, oh yeah, there's 15 because of me. I make 16. So I don't know what's go on. What go on with the whole Guesty and Flashman situation? Yeah, so I can't see anything in the chat as well. That just seems to be something that's happened. And I don't know anything about it. How bizarre. So, Guesty still in the mix. Looking good for a start next week. Jokers 14th, Noxie there. 15th on track. You've got to chill at this track. You've got to just go with the flow. You can't get into a rhythm. It's more like a rally stage than it is a circuit. You've got to attack it like you're doing a rally, like you're playing Dirt Rally Season 3, whatever. I can't remember which one I've got. I've got the one with the VR. Oh, I don't know. I've got the one with the VR, and I've got the one that was free with PSN. Dirt 2.0, is it? They're all right. So Matt Psycho making his way around on his out lap. Daz there. I love that Toyota Daz. That's a winner for me. I like that. That's good. Jim, we didn't see in the first session. Where is he? And we didn't see Kale. Kale was struggling to get past the Group 4 cars. He's just caught up with Talleyrand now. No, he hasn't. Who's up with Talleyrand? Oh, Talleyrand, he's found himself a GT racer there. These Group 3 cars mixing it up at this point in qualifying. Looks like Talleyrand's hovering around that Alien. We know the Subaru a bit down on power on the straights. So maybe Talleyrand trying to stay close to the Alien. Knows he doesn't make many mistakes and get a nice little tow on the flying lap. What did they get? About 3 laps last time. Kale's still not catching these boys up. That's must be a concern for Kale. Going in, and these are the only times he hasn't got a banker already. This is the time he's got to set to get into the show, get into the in amongst the Group 3 cars. And Matt Psycho, he's looking for that pole. You know he is. He's going to be centered, zoned in. Oh no, maybe not. Going in car with him didn't help. Oh, it's right at the end of the track. Oh no, it's not. That's all right. We've got a while to go. You say you don't want that messing with your noggin as you come into the end of your out lap, and then you make a mistake that just plays on your brain. You need to clear your thoughts. Clear your thoughts, young Padawan. As he goes up the hill, a right-hand turn, heavy on the brakes for the left, flooring it into, is that the main carousel? Looks like it. Maybe it's the mini carousel. I never know. Drawing it down the short straight as we go up towards the right-hander. Ooh, car a little bit shaky over the curbs. Keeps on going round, keeps on going round. And he clings on to the tarmac. Only just. So he makes his way down the long straight. Heading towards nearing the end of the lap. My word, it's a long out lap, innit? And then they've still got to go and do their other lap. It's a lot of filler from me. I'm not doing well, I don't think. Sorry, guys. So they're all out there. Yeah, let's have a run through. So we've got Matt Psycho. He set a time from the first session of an 8:07.522. He's second fastest so far, second provisional on the grid as he starts his flying lap. He is looking to beat Pace's time of an 8:04.739. Pace is just going across the line, starts his flying lap. He's provisionally pole so far, like I said, with an 8:04.739. And he's looking very tidy in that Lexus, the number 12 car, part of the Pace team. Did I give him one of them? Whoosh. And it looks like with the Senna helmet. There is Daz in his Toyota Supra Group 3 runner. Now Daz, out of that first session, got himself an 8:21.506. It's put him 6th place. So he'll be wanting to improve. The guy ahead of him, Jam, did an 8:14.3. So he's got to find a bit of time, as Daz, to get himself ahead of Jam. Next down on track, we have a Super Manny, his first race with us here at the VRC. I think Pace has taken part in a couple of our HPEC races. Was it HPEC? No, it was the Pacific Rim Championship, I believe, that Pace jumped in for a couple of rounds. But Super Manny, this is brand new and shiny from the first session. He got himself a time of 8:10.731. He's provisionally third, and it's just under 3 seconds behind Matt Psycho in time. He's on his flying lap right now. Next in line is the Gazman, there in his Mazda Atenza. Gazman managing an 8:11.850 in the first qualifying session. It's bagged him a 4th place, and he was just a second or so behind Super Manny, 1.1 seconds behind a provisional third. So he'll be trying to eke out a couple more seconds in that Atenza. Then we have a Jam, SNL Jam, Sunday Night League Jam, in his Hyundai Genesis. And he set a 8:14.378 in the first session, good for 5th place. And he'll be looking at Gazman's 4th with an 8:11.8. It's only 3 seconds or so to find for Jam to move up the grid. Kale didn't take part in the first session. He's jumped right in here, in the thick of it, right into the thick gloopy end of it here at the Nurburgring 24 for the VRC endurance event, our 5th one. They've been all excellent shows. They really have. And Pat in the chat saying, I think it was GTMC Pace jumped into mid-season. Not 100% sure. Yeah, I remember he helped Pace out. Kale, he jumped in a Corvette with Kale on it. So it was a team event, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, it could have been the... you're right, I think it is the GTMC. I think you are right, Pat. I had a stab at it. I got it wrong twice. So, but yes, you are right, GTMC. And Kale there, he's slinging his car around. We see he's in the Max 5s this season, representing the HP Wheel Deal gang. And had a very good showing. I think he got a win or 2, maybe, possibly. I lose track. GT Racer, rather new to the group, yeah, he's taken part in a couple of Clio races, I believe. I'm not sure what else. I think he's been part of a Tuesday night session run by Rivixter. So GT Racer, he got himself, he was 7th in the first session, and he had an 8:24.678, so just 3 seconds behind Daz. There's plenty of time to make up for these guys. And then we're moving down to the Group 4 cars. There is Homesick Alien sitting provisionally on second place with an 8:42.783. He'll be wanting to better Talleyrand's time, who's on a provisional pole of an 8:42.241. Jim next down in the road. I forgot my whooshes for the last couple, sorry. Forgive me. So Jim, further down. Well, he hasn't set a time, so he's got nothing to beat. He's going to plop it in there, right in the middle of the mix. Then we have a Racer Brown. His Rafi car, it's Spitfire. He was, what, third fastest in the last session? 8:43.761. So he's in the mix. He's in the mix. About a second behind Homesick Alien. And about a second and a half behind Talleyrand. So tasty, man. This is going to be a groovy little race we've got coming up for next week. There's Guesty, the reserve. Nobody calls baby a reserve. He gets in. So Guesty there, 8:51.387 from the first session. Put him on 4th place for the Group 4 cars. Jokas is in 14th. Well, not 14th, sorry. Jokas is in 6th with a 9 minute 9 seconds 6:40. He'll be looking to get himself ahead of Noxie. It was 9:05.976. There is Noxie there. But really, it's just surviving the lap in qualifying, isn't it, for some of these guys? Try not to make a mistake. That's where the time is lost. But like I say, like the guys have pointed out to me in the chat stream, it's easier said than done. Do you know, I don't think I've ever raced at this track, ever. I do enjoy it. I have driven around it, but on my own. Usually in VR with a ghost car. So, yes, I haven't had to turn a wheel in anger at this track. So it is quite easy to sit here and say, ah, it's a piece of cake. Look at them. Jill in the chat saying, go for it, Homesick. He's going for it. He is. He wants that pole position. I think if he can get a jump on Talleyrand at the beginning of the race, he might stand a chance, but that Subaru is very tidy in the corners, and it's going to be very tricky to overtake for the Mazda, which I think has got a little straight line speed edge, but probably loses some in the corners. Here comes Homesick Alien around now. They'll be coming, the Group 3 cars will be coming around to set their times. What can they do? Massako's looking very tidy. Has he beaten his own time? I'm not sure. 8:06 from the first session. And Mr. Psycho did an 8:07, so that is faster. But KLM pace, look at him go. He's set an 8:040, which beats his first time by 7/10. So 8:040, that's the time. Matt Psycho's time is faster as well. An 8:062. That trumps the time from the session before. Super Manny has set a time. Well, they're all setting times now. So let's have a look. An 8:11.3 for Super Manny. That's not as fast as his first quali time. Gasman's done an 8:11.9. Gasman 8:11.9. It's a 10th off of his fastest set in the first session. And then Daz doing an 8:14.3. Daz did an 8:21.506. So Daz has gone a lot faster, and he wants to beat an 8:14.378. So if Jam hasn't beat his last time, so far Daz has moved ahead of Jam up into 5th place for Daz in the final grid orders. Jam not getting faster on that. That is a new time for Cal, an 8:18.9. An 8:18.9 puts him in 6th place so far. just behind Jam, I believe. I can't keep track. Sorry, guys. I'm losing it. I'll keep an eye out. So Homesick Alien's done an 8:44.279. His first flying in the first session, he did it at 42.7. So that is not as fast as he has already gone. Talleyrand crossing the line with a 9-minuter. Jim has set a time. That's his first time, a 9:01. A 9:01 would put him ahead of Jokers in 6th place, I believe. No, ahead of Noxie in 5th place. Noxie doing a 9:05 at that last time. I'm confusing myself, guys, honestly. So Noxie, oh, and I'm pressing the wrong buttons. So Noxie there, he hasn't set a time yet, and nor has Jokers. So Racer Brown we're looking at. Racer Brown has managed an 8:51. That's not faster than what he set already. No, he's done a 43. So I don't believe Guesty in 10th, was he set? An 8:50.8. That is faster than he went in the first qualifier, 8:50. But I don't believe it's enough to get ahead of Racer Brown just yet. He needs a 8:43.7. But he has gone faster than his first session, a 9:08 from Noxie. So a 9:08 from Noxie. It's not as fast as he's gone in the session before, and a 9:30 from Jokers. That's not as fast either. So pace so far, that is his pole time, an 8:04.0. Matt Psycho, that's trumped his first qualifying time, an 8:06.200. Supermanny, he's gone faster. He's done an 8:10.7 in the first qualifying session. Gazman has gone faster than he went. No, he hasn't. Sorry, he did an 8:11.8 in his first qualifying. He's a 10th off of his original time, so he stays in 4th. I believe Daz is now moved up to 5th. He's gone faster than Jam has in the first qualifying session, so that is a place for Daz. Jam has got to pull his socks up. He's missed out on a position there. Kale, that's a new spot for Kale, 8:18, and 8:18, and puts him, I believe, in 6th. It's going to be a tough one to work out. GT Racer, oh god, I'm going the wrong way. GT Racer, he hasn't gone faster than his first qualifying. Homesick Alien yet to beat his first qualifying time. So he's provisionally 2nd still at the moment. Guesty, he's gone faster, but not enough to crack that top 3 of Talleyrand on pole. Homesick Alien in 2nd, and Racer Brown in 3rd place. Ooh, Racer Brown slinging that Atenza around, man. Spitfire me up. Beautiful. Pace is untouchable out there. We'll sit with him. Sit with him to... Oh, I was going to go in car, but it's quite a nice camera at the moment. See as he goes across a sector time. See how he's getting on. Looks like he's got himself back ahead of Mr. Psycho. He's 6/10 down on his time. There's Mr. Psycho coming up to a similar sector, so we'll stick with Matt Psycho. He's 17 seconds down. That's how Mr. Pace has got ahead of him. Supermanny heading up to the same sector. See how he's getting on. He hasn't beaten his time from Quali 1 yet. Lovely car control through those sections, those apexes. Oh, he's miles away from a sector, is he? I thought he was not too far behind those guys. Whoa, hanging the car out down there. Beautiful stuff now, making his way up the hill. Can't floor it too much. Oh, he's 3 seconds up on his time. That'll put him in the 8:08 area, which is still not enough to worry Matt Psycho, who's on an 8:07. Well, he's on an 8:06 now, isn't he? So Supermanny still some way off to find time to get ahead of Matt Psycho. Gasman, wow, I think his car took some air then. Whoa, just in time to see an awesome drift from the Gasman. 8:11.9 is a tenth slower than what he went in the first quali, so he's not going to beat that time now. Daz, he went faster. He's got himself ahead of the Jam so far. I'm sure the Jam will be coming back with a great furious vengeance for that position back. He's 10 seconds down. It's not working for Jam in this session. He's going to have to regroup, try again. Kale's getting good times though. It looked like it was a green next to Kale. We'll stick with Kale till he goes across a sector. Oh, he's 4 seconds up. Missed a big section of track though there. He's off wide again. This is really not working for him. Oh, he was 4 seconds up and then he was off. Poor Kale. As Pace crosses the line, he doesn't go any faster. Matt Psycho, we saw he was down. It was Supermanny that's going for it. Can he get ahead of Matt Psycho as they go into their final run? Here he goes. He's got 3 seconds up. He still hasn't, I believe. What's that? It's an 8:08. Hang on. It didn't come up. 8:08.3. Definitely beats his time from the first qualifier, but just not enough to get ahead of Matt Psycho. So they're all new times out there. KLM Pace, Matt Psycho and Supermanny. Not on the times from the first qualifying. Gasman, I believe, is still in 4th place. He's 2 tenths up, but it's early doors in his lap. Daz, across the line, not as good that lap, but it doesn't matter, he's still already ahead of Jam, and Jam's putting an 8:25. Yeah, we saw he was down a little bit. Kale is the man to watch as he crosses the line, doesn't go faster than he's already been. GT Racer, that's the man who Kale is ahead of at the moment with that time, I believe. GT Racer managing an 8:24.6 in his qualifying 1. Ooh, he's done an 8:20.1. 8:20.1 would put him ahead of Daz, but Daz has already gone faster, so I don't think it's going to change much for him. And he's behind Kale. So how are these guys doing, the Group 4 cars? Here comes Homesick, he's up. He wants to find a couple of seconds though for that pole time, and 8:42.241 is the time he's looking to beat as he comes around to finish the lap. 8:40. Oh, it's tight. 8:42.7. Is that no? 8:42.4. What is going on with those times? 8:42.4. Oh no, it's not enough. He's beat his own time. He's only 2 tenths off of pole with that, but it's not enough to grab pole. How is Guesty getting on? Talleyrand's done an 8:42.3, which hasn't beaten his first qualifier. Race Brown's done an 8:45.5, and that's not beaten his first qualifying time. And here comes Guesty. Jim's done an 8:52. Jim's putting times in on this session. He didn't qualify in the first session. Guesty is looking to beat his 8:50. Oh, he's beaten his 8:51 already, and he's done an 8:50. Ooh, he's gone faster again. Oh God, what's going on with those times? They're so whack. Whack, yeah? So 8:49.3. He's getting faster and faster each lap, but still trailing from that 3rd place on the grid. Jim, he's setting times as he goes, an 8:52.7. Puts him ahead of Jokus. Puts him ahead of, well, I don't know if Flashman's taking part anymore. He's dropped out of qualifying. And he puts it ahead of Noxie, does Jim. So not a bad qualifier in his Subaru. Noxie, a 908, he's off the road. He wants to beat his own time of a 905.9. He's sitting in 5th at the moment, but he's dropped down to 6th with Jim qualifying ahead of him. And he's got Jokus a 909.6 behind. Jokus will be trying to better that time. There's Noxie a 904. What did he? I think he just beat his own time, didn't he? Yeah, 904. And 857 from Jokus. Where did that come from, Jokus? 857. Amazing stuff. That puts him ahead of Noxie. Noxie's beating his own time. So these guys, these are their real times now. With Noxie doing a 904.2. Jokus doing an 857.1. Only 4 seconds behind Jim. Jim with an 852.7. Guesty, he's beaten his times from the first session at 849.3. Racer Brown, he's still carrying that 843.7 from the first qualifying. He's yet to beat it. Matt Syker's gone in the pits. He must have made a mistake. That means he's not going for the pole. He's going to have to start from at least second unless Supermanny goes faster. And that's Homesick Alien. He's beaten his time from the first qualifying, and so has Talleyrand. So pace looks like, unless anything drastic happens, unless some of these guys suddenly find a lot of time, is going to be your pole sitter. The time has run out. Superman is hanging it out. He's 5.5 seconds slower than he's gone, so it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get ahead of Matt Psycho. Pace looks like he's got pole wrapped up, even if he pulled over. Matt Psycho must have made a mistake. He's pulled into the pits. Superman there, he's trying his hardest, and there is a long way to go. He can claw some of that 5 seconds back. Gasman out there, he's still a 10th off of that time he set in the first sector. Jam's gone in the pits, so Daz has done him. Daz has got ahead of Jam. Jam now down into 6th. He's worried. He's got to worry about Kale. 0.8 of a second. Kale's behind him. Can Kale find that time? We will see. This is absolutely tight as a squirrel's nut. And GT Racer, he's trying to go. He's gone faster than he went, I believe. Yes, 4 seconds faster than he went in the first race, and he's going faster again. And he is chasing down, I don't know who he's chasing down anymore. I think that's it. I think that's true to form. I think it's Kale, Jam. So let's have a look. What's Supermanny doing? He's coming close to the end of his lap. I think Pace coming around. Oh no, he's got quite a way to go yet. Gasman, he's up on his own time. No, he's not. He's 2/10 down on his own time. He's 3.5 seconds behind Supermanny. Daz, Jam's in the pits. Daz has made a small mistake. Oh my lord, what a shame for Daz. He looked like he was going for that Gasman time. So Pace just going on to the straight. Supermanny not far behind. Daz has gone into the pits. It's Gasman. Gasman's slightly up, chasing that 3rd place. Can he do it? There's still quite a bit of lap time to go. Quite a distance to run for him. Just keep it nice and tidy there, Gasman. You can do it. Daz and Jam in the pits. Kale pushing for that time. Jam, he knows Jam's not going to defend it, so he's going to try and beat it. How's he doing? We're waiting for a sector. He's heading towards one quite rapidly in his Lexus. Whoa, hanging the Lexus right out as he comes down towards it. And he's 5.4 seconds up. That puts him ahead of a Jam and Daz, I believe. And possibly close to Gasman for Kale. That's amazing stuff. pace, gone across the line. He went faster again, an 8:03.060. Unbelievable stuff. Supermanny coming towards the line. I don't think he can make an upset for Matt Psycho. I think Matt Psycho's second place on the grid is pretty much there. But Supermanny crosses the line. No, he doesn't go any faster. Can Gazman find a bit of time? He's got Kale further down the road going absolute ballistic through the times for Kale. He's looking to grab that 4th place, make a big leap. No, Gazman does not go any faster, so we're looking at Kale here to make a big upset. Can he do it? This is absolutely crazy stuff. Is that it? Is that the top speed out of these cars? 168 miles an hour down the straight. He's 5.2 seconds. I'm pretty sure that's going to put him right behind Supermanny. We will see. As he makes his way around, he's going to make a mistake now. Kale, keep it nice and tidy. As he comes up to the line, he's got provisional 7th at the moment, and when he crosses the line, he's going to get 5th. He didn't quite get Gazman there. He got an 8:13.1. So it looks like that is the grid for the Group 3s. Pace in pole, Matt Psycho in 2nd, Supermanny in 3rd, I believe Gazman in 4th, with Kale in 5th, Daz in 6th, Jam in 7th, and GT Racer in 8th. Now we're looking to the Group 4 cars. That's still not beaten. Talleyrand's own provisional pole, Homesick Alien. He's beaten his own time. He's up 1.5 seconds. He's up 1.5 seconds. That will be pole if he can maintain. Here comes Talleyrand though. He's got greens next to his number, so he's looking to do quite a tidy lap himself. As they both go onto the straight, they're not too far apart on track. And he's up 7/10. Is that enough? It's going to be tight. It's going to be absolutely tight. In the chat, Jill saying go for it, Homesick. Mama Sight saying should be a good race next week. Thank you, Thingy. Thinking of all the flood victims. Yeah, it's shocking. So Homesick Alien coming around now. He's going to try and grab that provisional pole from Talleyrand. He was up at the last sector. What's he going to be? An 8:40.4. So that is definitely provisional pole for now. Talleyrand's going to have to beat him in this session. Can he do it as he comes around? Homesick Alien on pole. Talleyrand is going to be in... I've got to take a swig of beer. 2nd spot. So Talleyrand finishes in 2nd spot. Racer Brown coming across the line. He beats his own time, but he doesn't crack the top 2. Can Guesty get himself ahead of Racer Brown? He's only 500ths down on his own time. He's 7 seconds adrift of Racer Brown. It's going to be a tough cookie to crack. He has beat his time from the first qualifying session. As he comes around, sitting in 4th spot. And he does go faster, I believe, is he not? Oh, it's very close. So we're looking at Jim. Jim didn't set a time in the first one. Where's Jokus? Oh no, I wasn't meant to do that. Oh, Jokus is there, 14th, sorry. So Jokus beat his time from the first sector, first session. And we're looking at Noxie next across the line. He's got to find a bit of time. Oh, and he's out wide. Oh, Noxie, it's not going to do it for him. He had a 9:05.9, so he's beaten his time from Quali 1. It's just Joker's really beat his own time from Quali 1. Oh, Joker's got a loose back end. It might be 7th for Jokus now, and 8th for Noxie. Noxie going across, yeah, he's quite down on his own time, and Jokus as he comes across, oh, clinging onto the edge of that track is Jokus. Unbelievable stuff. He's going across the line. Is he looking? No, he's really down as well. So that was qualifying, and this is your grid, I believe. Gaz in the chat saying next week is going to be sweaty. I don't think I have anything else in the Mazda. Racer Brown saying I beat my first time, I think. You did, yeah, you did. On that final lap, you beat it. You did 8:43.761 last time around. But pace is really out there. 3 seconds on Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho, I think he did beat his time. I don't know what it is though. Super Manny beat his time from the first session and got third. Gazman sitting in fourth. Surprise, there was Kale right at the end, snatching fifth from Daz, who got himself ahead of the Jam. I don't believe Jam beat his time from the first qualifying, and a GT Racer beating his time from the first qualifier, but just not getting ahead of Jam. That is the grid for the Group 3s. Homesick Alien snatching pole from Talleyrand in the second qualifying session. What a lap, an 8:40.4, only a second further back. Talleyrand second on the Group 4 grid. The Group 4 grid. Sorry. Racer Brown snatching a third place, getting a faster time than he did in the first session. Only 6/10 behind Talleyrand. It's going to be a tight race there for the top 3. Guesty in fourth with Jim in fifth. Joker's getting a great sixth there in the end from Noxie in seventh. Whoo-wee. That was some session, guys. So, Homesick saying no holding back there. And Racer Brown saying Talleyrand and Homesick, slow down, lol. Gazman saying great lap, Homesick. And Racer Brown saying, yep, great lap, Homesick and Talleyrand. So that's the qualifiers. I don't actually know. Are you racing for this last race, guys? Or are you just calling it quits? Are you going to go for a race? It's like 5 to 11. This is going to be longer than the actual race stream. My word. Don't forget, any information you need about the Virtual Racers Club, we have so much going on. Come to our website, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. From there you can find your way to our Discord. It keeps you up to date with all our current leagues and championships, and any news you wish to know about the little group we have. Just a bunch of dudes setting up races because we enjoy racing. It's as easy as that. It's as simple as that. There's no agenda, no plot to make millions of pounds. It's just a bit of fun for us old folk. So Pace leads them away with a rolling start. This is what it's going to look like next Friday. Matt Psycho trying to close down Superman. He had a bit of a slow start there. Daz getting a jump on him into the first corner in the Toyota Jam also getting up. Oh, Superman, he's losing position, hand over fist here from all of the big banging. I think they're all friends. I think this is just a bit of a banger race out there. But Matt Psycho and Pace having a little battle. They're taking it a bit serious. Then we have Daz in third place, Jam fourth, Gazman in fifth. Talleyrand is leading. I think Homesick Alien got held up by the two South Africans bumping into each other. What was that? Kale and I don't know where he's gone. Supermanny. He's gone right down to the back. Supermammy down at the back. Bit of hijinks going on there. Gazman fifth, Talleyrand then ahead of Guesty. Guesty as well. He's Racer Brown. Kale, obviously he was in the bumpy, making his way through past the Group 4 cars. Look at the difference there. It's not much, you know. I thought these guys would be flying, but they're not really. So Kale past the Group 4 cars. Talleyrand leading the Group 4 cars. GT Racer a bit out of position as well down there, trying to get himself past the Subaru. There they go. So GT Racer back into the Group 3 race with Talleyrand leading Guesty away. Jim getting up to third place ahead of Homesick Alien in fourth. Racer Brown in fifth. There's Supermanny trying to make his way through. I imagine after holding up some of these guys, they're not going to be too polite. But then it is down to the Group 3 cars to get past the Group 4 cars. They don't have to let him past. They've just got to run their race because they have the speed advantage. There you see. Looked like a great little move from, oh God, I've gone the wrong way, Racer Brown on Jim there. Got himself lovely ahead. Cracking little move. And Joker's sitting in 14th ahead of the Knox. Pace then pulling away 1.2 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho, let's have a look. Sitting, oh wow, it looks so fast when you get on board. So sat on board with Matt Psycho chasing down KLM Pace for this little fun one-lap race before the huge event next week, the 2.5 hour races. That translates to 19 laps here at the Nurburgring 24-hour track, and it's such a cracker. It's going to be a lovely little race between the Group 3 guys and the Group 4 guys. Pace so far 1.4 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho 1.4 seconds ahead of Daz there in his Toyota. Looks like Jam is starting to catch up. Daz back there. Ooh, who's that? Gazman all over the curbs. He's only 1.6 seconds behind Jam. Jam's very close, very, very close to the back of the Toyota of Daz. All lovely, tight little racing here in the Group 3 cars. This is going to be an event, isn't it? It really is. Really is. You've got to tune in next Friday for the race, because it's going to be absolutely cracking. We usually start at 8 o'clock, so... Ooh! Jam's made a small mistake there, and Gazman has got himself up into 4th place. Jam down into 5th. Kale's next down on track. 5 seconds adrift of him. GT Racer 3.7 seconds behind Kale. Then you have the leader of the Group 4 cars, Talleyrand ahead of Guesty, and Homesick in 3rd with Racer Brown in 4th. And Racer Brown starting to give a Homesick Alien a run for his money in his Mazda. Oh, 2 Mazdas. It's Mazda v Mazda. And I think Guesty's in a Mazda as well, isn't he? Jim's in a Scooby, I believe. And Jokus is in a Beamer. Sorry, I haven't taken much notice of the manufacturers. But there you see the 2 Mazdas up against each other. And just in the distance you can see Guesty down there, just disappearing around the corner. So, oh, Homesick Alien having a big moment on the mud. And that lets Racer Brown close right up. They're heavy on the brakes up the hill here through the right-hander. And then the next corner it just keeps going round and round to the right. So Racer Brown not managing to put a move on the Alien there. So far then Pace is only 1.1 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho staying with the South African through the windy corners of Nordenschleuf, with Daz there in 3rd. He's 3.2 seconds adrift of those guys. Gazman 2.2 seconds behind. Daz trying to catch him up. Jam, we saw him having a bit of an off. He's only 1.5 seconds behind Gazman. Is a cracking little battle here we're going to have next week with the Group 3 cars. Kale's 3 seconds behind Jam. He's closed that gap a little bit. GT Racer 4.2 seconds. I think we've lost Superman somewhere. So Talleyrand in 8th with Guesty in... No, 8th. Talleyrand in 1st place for the Group 4s. Guesty in 2nd. Homesick Alien 3rd. But there's going to be a move here. Racer Brown having a look. Having a sniff at the underdog. Someone's had an off up ahead. Can't see anyone dropping down the list quick. But the yellow flag's still out. No, they've gone in now. So whoever had an issue, it's gone away. We'll have a look. So Pace is fine. He's 2 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. Daz is in 3rd. Gazman is in 4th. Gazman getting closer. Daz is having a bit of an off. Daz is having a bit of an off. Has he got the traction? He's slid to the other side of the track. That's the problem when you have an off. Your tyres are cold or muddy, and then you try and get grip on the track and you slide to the other side. But Daz somehow maintaining that 3rd place ahead of Gazman. GT Racer, oh, GT Racer is ahead of Kale, so maybe, and Jam's had a big down, I think. Jam's just ahead of Talleyrand. So yes, Jam having a bit of an issue there. GT Racer and Kale's had a bit of an issue as well. Kale's off the road. Jam is 6.8 seconds behind Kale. Kale's 9 seconds behind GT Racer. Look at GT Racer just keeping his head down. He's up 2 positions already. And Talleyrand in the lead for the Group 4 cars, right on the tail of the Group 3 car of Jam. Guesty on the tail of Talleyrand. My word, it's a cracking little battle. Racer Brown's got himself ahead of the Alien, but he's off the road. Homesick Alien in 11th, just there, trying to chase down Racer Brown. Superman, he's still in there, but he's down in 12th. What's going on? Why is he not blasting past these Group 4 cars? He's got Jim keeping up with him. Oh, Joker's having a huge moment in his Beamer. And Noxie managing to get past, get another position up into 14th, sorry, for Noxie, as Jokers tries to get that BMW back under control. Pace then 3.8 seconds in ahead of Mr. Psycho, who is 10 seconds ahead of Daz. But Daz is only 1.4 seconds ahead of Gazman. Gazman breathing down Daz's neck in that sexy Toyota. Then you've got GT Racer, 5.6 seconds down the road from the top 4. He can see them all still. And Kale, 10 seconds adrift of GT Racer. Jam is in 7th. Talleyrand not too far behind him in the Group 4 car. And Talleyrand is only 1.2 seconds ahead of Guesty. Then you've got Racer Brown and Homesick Alien. There's Pace crossing the line for first. Matt Psycho in 2nd place. Here comes Daz in that Toyota to grab himself a little 3rd spot in this test start or whatever, little fun race. Gazman not far behind in 4th. GT Racer grabbing a great 5th there. Kale coming around in 6th. That car looks pretty scuffed up. He's met a couple of barriers around here, and he crosses the line in 6th ahead of Jam in his Hyundai. In 7th then Talleyrand leading the Group 4 cars, not too far behind those guys, crossing the line to take the semi-win from Guesty in 2nd. Racer Brown in 3rd, just about. Homesick Alien was very close there for 4th. Take a boo, my son, for Racer Brown. And Superman right down there in 12th. That translates to 8th maybe. And Jim getting 5th in his Subaru, ahead of Noxie in 6th. As he comes up towards the line. Well done for Noxie in 6th. And Jokers, oh, that Beamer is a handful. Bringing around, he got a good quali time, but it's a struggle getting it around. And then we see in the chat then, Racer Brown says, yeah, great lap. Gazman saying a lot of orange in the Group 3s. Jill saying, you're an hour out thingy. It's 5 to 10. What did I say? Did I say it's 5 to 9? My word. And Kale saying, let's go. Is that Kale or Psycho Sheep? Phew, there you go. Well, I'll take you to the race results, as I forgot the other night to go to the race results once, but they don't mean nothing. They don't mean nothing. It's next week where it matters. So that was great, and no little problems, no glitches, no bugs. So fantastic stuff. Looking forward to next Friday. Please join us as we watch these nutters driving around the Nurburgring 24-hour track. We'll get the grid all sorted out. I'm pretty sure it is as we saw it. Pace on pole with Matt Psycho in 2nd, Supermanny in 3rd. Then I believe we had Gasman still in 4th, Kale 5th, was it? Daz in 6th, Jam in... Well, we'll get that sorted out for you. And Homesick got pole. We know the pole guys. Pace got pole in the Group 3s, and Homesick got pole in the Group 4s. Join us next week for some absolutely vamos racing. It's going to be great. Again, a thought for the guys and the girls out in Europe at the moment, dealing with one of the worst tragedies going on at the moment. It's horrible for those guys. So keep them in your thoughts as you go through. I mean, send positive vibes. I don't know what you can do about that situation, but let's just fingers crossed everything gets sorted out soon. I was your commentator and your broadcast. I'm not going to tell you anything that's going on in VRC. I'll do that next week. It's been a long stream. You guys are probably bored with me by now, so I am going to get out of here. Pat in the chat saying second and third in the Group 3 split by 1/10 of a second, with 6th and 7th in Group 3 split by less than 800ths. Wow, that's how close it is in the Group 3s. And Kaylan saying Godspeed, see you next week. Yeah, bah. Right, I was your commentator and your broadcaster, Mike Rochburns. Thank you for joining in, and I will see you hopefully next Friday. Oh, Sunday, if you want. We're streaming the HPEC for the final round to see Racer Brown win the championship or Matt Psycho. It could be either. Check us out Sunday night. Thank you for watching. My name was Mike Rochburns. I will see you laters. Bye. Hit like and subscribe.